क्या इंडियन टीवी सीरियल्स चाइल्ड मैरिज प्रमोट कर रहे हैं? मेरा राजस्थानी दोस्त आया था कल घर। मैंने उसको बिठाया, पानी पिलाया। उसने मुझे एक सीरियल के बारे में बताया जिसका नाम था बैरिस्टर बाबू। उसने बोला ये सीरियल देख, कल्चरल एप्रोप्रिएशन कर रहा है। मैंने सीरियल के बारे में अपनी मम्मी से भी पूछा। उन्होंने तो बोला कि बढ़िया सीरियल है, और उल्टा मेरे को ही डांटने लगी कि तुम लोग कितने नेगेटिव हो। एटलीस्ट ये 50% ही चाइल्ड मैरिज है बस। देखते हैं इस पे टीआरएस वाले जैमी भैया का क्या कहना है।
Barrister Babu. But this debate is not as black and white as you may presume. While most of the suggestions from people wanting me to roast this show have created their judgment from the small snippets that they have seen, the individuals who are defending it present valid arguments on why the show was running for close to 300 episodes.
अगर मैं ऐसे कोई शो के 300 एपिसोड देख लूँ तो आई वुड लूज माई एबिलिटी टू मेक वैलिड आर्गुमेंट्स।
But it's important for me to tell you a nuanced and unbiased take on this show because it has both pros as well as cons.
फिर से एक 10 मिनट प्लस वीडियो।
What I can wholeheartedly say is that the parallel between Peredar Piyaki and Barrister Babu is absolutely unfair, as one is just downright tone deaf, whereas the other genuinely tries to say something new.
Only thing new here is the girl in this world.
What is Barrister Babu? Well, it focuses on a character, Anirudh Roy Chaudhary, who is getting educated in London to become a barrister, only to get into a scuffle with an Englishman who dares him to change anything about the regressive and archaic practices in India.
At least Indian अपने घर पे कर रहे हैं मैल प्रैक्टिसेस, दूसरों के घर पे जाके नहीं।
When he arrives to the country, which is by the way a pre-independent India, he questions every parampara or custom that has no basis on basic human logic.
बेसिकली वोक बन गया वो। अभी अनिरुद्ध के चक्कर में बाकी बच्चे भी बाहर पढ़ने के लिए नहीं जा पाएंगे।
When he sees a child bride that is unconscious and is getting married to a man of the age of her grandfather,
ये शादी में सिर्फ लड़की ही नहीं, बाकी सब भी अनकॉन्शियस ही हैं। ये अंकल को देखो, इनको लग रहा है तो हमेशा के लिए अनकॉन्शियस होने वाले हैं। यह आदमी की शक्ल देखो, इसको लग रहा है कि इसकी भी चाइल्ड मैरिज हुई थी और ये अपनी चाइल्ड वाइफ से ही पिटता है।
he stops the marriage.
अनिरुद्ध की शक्ल देख के ऐसा नहीं लग रहा कि वो कह रहा हो अरे मेरे को बिना बताए ही शादी शुरू कर दी,
Stating that it is morally incorrect to do so.
अनिरुद्ध की शक्ल देख के ऐसा लग रहा है कि वो कह रहा हो अरे इतनी ज़्यादा एज है लड़की की।
Thinking that he has done something noble as he leaves, the old man just collapses out of nowhere. The villagers corner the child bride and her family, even though all the traditions of the marriage have not been conducted, stating that the child bride should partake in sati. The London returned barrister stops this heinous act.
लंदन रिटर्न? ब्रदर, why are you flexing for him?
And in order to protect the little girl, takes it upon himself to marry her. This is how Barrister Babu and what follows is set up. It has showcased extremely progressive sequences that I never envisioned to be showcased on Indian television.
भाई अगर कुछ प्रोग्रेसिव देखना है तो ये देखो।
You would wonder, right? Why would an educated man from London who is constantly talking about the need to be progressive on several topics be a hypocrite by marrying a child bride?
देखो भाई, गलती तो हुई है, 8 साल की लड़की से शादी कर ली, बट ये समय के साथ गलतियाँ सुधरती हैं, 10 साल लगेंगे।
I want to also preface this video by stating that the tropes of Indian television are still actively utilized in this show. Mother-in-laws are evil and are constantly scheming plans of absolute torture. About this, by the way, one thing I've never understood is that they say their evil plans to themselves openly in rooms while no one is there.
भाई आजकल के ज़माने में तो अपने फ़ोन के बगल में भी प्लान्स डिस्कस करने में डर लगता है।
Women are portrayed to have limited time to have a bath in the river, and that time period also gets interrupted by perverted men, to which Bondita has her own way of teaching them a lesson. What is great about this show is that they have an inquisitive child as the protagonist.
भाई इनकी आंखों में साबुन लगा हुआ है क्या? ये लड़की इनकी चड्डियाँ लेके भाग रही है और ये कुछ कर भी नहीं रहे।
Moving on, there are several other topics that are fleshed out. There is a sense of shame with Bondita peeing on her bed, to which she assumes only her mother will have a solution. Anirudh chimes in again to educate her on how solutions to her problems can only be resolved by her, not anyone else.
भाई ये अनिरुद्ध इसको इंट्रोवर्ट बना के ही छोड़ेगा, फिर बाद में अकेले बैठ के लोफाई सुनते रहना दोनों अकेले कमरे में।
At least close to 150 episodes, there is not even a slight hint of a romantic relationship between both the characters.
भाई टाइम स्टैम्प दे रहे हो क्या?
Anirudh gives her a speech about the importance of a woman's choice when it comes to finding her partner for marriage, and this leads to her questioning their relationship.
Well, that backfired.
The most progressive of the instances may include on how the child is shamed by the horrible women in the family, insinuating to her that her periods are a curse, only to eventually be educated by Anirudh that this is nothing but a natural process.
भाई ये अनिरुद्ध हमेशा अपनी फैमिली के अगेंस्ट ही बोलता है, मतलब क्रिमिनल लॉयर तो नहीं है पक्का।
There is a subplot of an obsessive childhood friend that fancies Anirudh, and she is nothing but a psychotic stalker like Shah Rukh Khan from Dar. She threatens to cut herself and pretends to be blind, all in the pursuit of the man loving her back.
बेचारी लड़की की गलती क्या है, बस ये कि वो 18+ है।
Suddenly, the show transitions to possible abductions and rescue missions with villains as if bootleg versions from Pirates of the Caribbean, and a child who randomly appears and claims herself to be the Punar Janam version of Anirudh's mother.
इफ आई वर हर, मैं तो नहीं बताता कि मैं अनिरुद्ध के पापा की वाइफ की पुनर्जन्म हूँ, कंसिडरिंग सती उस टाइम कितना प्रेवलेंट था।
Anirudh explains to her that he would want her to be independent and free of his name, to which Bondita replies, "But can I ask for your hand in marriage when I am of age?" And this is precisely where the problem lies in the show and its eventual messaging. What started off as a teacher-mentor relationship, you will notice over the course of the episodes, especially after the 200 mark, that the relationship between Anirudh and Bondita is showcased with a romantic track playing in the background.
प्लेइंग द डेविल्स एडवोकेट हियर, इंडिया में हर पहला गाना रोमांटिक गाना ही होता है, और एक टाइम स्टैम्प देना बंद करो प्लीज़।
What has also not helped the creators of this show and its fandom around it are the various fan edits that are being produced by the people that romanticize the relationship between Anirudh and Bondita.
फैन एडिट करने का टाइम है मम्मी के पास, और मेरी वीडियो एडिटिंग करने का नहीं।
Now that they are refreshing the show with an adult Bondita 8 years later who still fancies Anirudh, you see this? This is the irreparable effect that it has had on that child.
भाई आप गलत समझ रहे हो, वो बच्ची ही है, उसने बस प्लास्टिक सर्जरी करवा ली है, वो सीरियल में चलते रहता है।
And that was a video, guys.
बहुत बढ़िया वीडियो थी। मैं भी अपने सब्सक्राइबर्स को कहूँगा कि जैमी भाई के चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करो, वन ऑफ माय फेवरेट्स। और अगर आप चाहते हैं कि मैं आपके लिए कंटेंट लिखूं तो मैसेज भी ऑन इंस्टाग्राम।